And then you would do it 3 times, and then you were allowed to walk into the room. And there were many occasions where I walked in on someone and they were still in bed. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. A few days ago I was rummaging around and I came across this. It's my memory box, and as you can see, it's quite large. And I thought it would be quite fun and interesting and slightly selfish just to go through it and see what's actually inside it. And you might find out some quite embarrassing things about us, you never know. Now I am quite a sentimental person and I've been collecting little trinkets and bits and bobs and stuff for many years. So this massive box started out as I think a little shoebox, and then it's developed into this. But anyway, let's open it up and see what's inside. Also, I will say that not every memory or sentimental object will be in this box. I do have a lot of stuff just kind of scattered around. I'm kind of worried about what's in here, you know. Okay, let's just shut up and open it up. Let's have a look. Okay, some stuff I might have to cut out because I can already see a checkbook for some reason. I've never written a check in my life, but I can see a checkbook in there. Oh, where do I start? Look at all this stuff. There's so much stuff in there. Okay, this is just like my degree stuff. I have some Grey Goose little cocktail sticks or stirrers, and they've got little goose on them. Little geese on them even. Don't know who I got these off, but they're in here. I've kept this. I don't know where this is from. What is this? Plastic thing. I think it's a drink stirrer. I don't even know where that's from. This memory box isn't very effective because I can't remember anything. So this, I'm not going to show you the picture or the information on this one, but my granddad died a few years ago, and this is his, you know when you go to the church and they have like the hymns on it and stuff, that's what this is. So I'll put that to one side. I'm not going to show you that. I've got a thank you card in here. Oh, I know what that is. I'm not going to go into that either. I forgot a lot of the stuff in here is going to be personal, so I don't know why I'm doing a video on it. Okay, I'm going to have like a ton of birthday cards. So I do keep pretty much all my birthday cards that I get every single year. So an uncle one, a brother one, I think they were from last year. Yes, and here's a card. I was 29 last year, and my mum bought me a 30th birthday card. Not ironically, not as a joke or anything like that. She honestly thought I was 30 years old, and I was very upset. I wasn't 30 yet. And she also left the price tag on. So yeah, I wasn't happy about it. Oh, avalanche already. So this is the catalogue that we did for my undergraduate degree. And I've still got one of these. I wonder where my work is. Where's my work at? I am in here somewhere. Did they not do it in alphabetical order? Is my work in here? Yeah, this is someone else's degree. This is someone else's degree book. And I don't know why I've got it, because it hasn't got my work in it. I don't know. So I've got a little picture frame here with Gay Street, and I think one of my work friends got me this when I was moving away, just as like a little trinket and a little thing, and it's quite fitting. It's very nice. There's a picture of me as a young child if you ever wanted to see it. There's me. That little person is me. I turned out to be a little shit. I was still a little shit back then anyway. An old phone case. I think my mate designed this for us. Or did I design it for us? No, I think my friend designed it for us. And it's just got some of my old artwork on. Oh my god, there's so much stuff in here. It's a ticket from when I went to see Florence and the Machine. And I don't actually know why I went, because I don't mind Florence and the Machine, but I don't like love her or anything. And I didn't particularly enjoy the gig. It was okay, but it wasn't anything great. More birthday cards. Oh, and I've got some photo books that I just can't really show you anything because there's obviously other people in these books. But there's just lots of drunken photos of me. I'll try and show you one. But there's me being very drunk, and I used to love sticking my tongue out as well. It was my go-to pose. Some beer mats as well. I don't know where these are from, by the way. I probably found them while I was out drinking. I have a magnetic calendar. I think my uncle might have got me that. It's very pin-up-y and quite vintage and retro. That's quite fun. I have a $50 bill from when I went to the Bahamas. So this is Bahamian dollars. I don't know whether you would call it that. If anyone's going to the Bahamas and wants $50, then you know, come to me. Ah, these are fun. So back in the day, in my early uni days, me and my mates used to do this game where you would start a drawing off you would fold it into 3, 4, 5, however many sections you wanted to, and then one person would draw one part, then the next person you'd have to fold it over and draw the next part, and then fold it over and draw the next part, and then you would end up with crazy looking things like this. That one has boobs, and I can even tell you what I drew. So I think I drew the head on that one. I think I drew the head on that one as well, the pig head. In fact, I think I drew the head on that one as well, the weird clown. And that's a fun little game as well if you've got absolutely nothing to do. This is a little leaflet from the Maxi Museum when I went to Rome. It was quite nice actually. It was designed by that architect. I can't remember her name, but she's very famous. She passed away not long ago, and it even had like a see-through panel on one of the top floors, and when you were walking over it, it was quite terrifying. If you were scared of heights, you wouldn't have liked it. Some more birthday cards, and this sums up my relationship with my brother very well. Happy birthday, knobhead. Some passport photos. Look at that, I look like a right twink. Why do we age for? You know, like why can't we stay young? I used to complain about my skin back then, and my skin's better back then than what it is now. I'm not sure what the hell I was doing with my eyebrows though. My insurance details are in here for my car. Why are they in here for? So I've got a ticket stub of when I went to the Museum of Modern Art in New York quite a few years ago now. That was a nice gallery as well, there's lots of art there, obviously. Oh, this is fun, I'm enjoying myself. Also, let me know down in the comments as well if you keep a memory box or like a keepsake box and how long you've had it for. Maybe this video will inspire you to go through it. This is my BTEC results. Well, I think some of my BTEC results. And I got a triple distinction, which is nice. I got loads of distinctions actually. Strangely enough, I got merit, which is the step down from distinction, in exploring textiles and fashion visualization, which is no surprise. I'm surprised I even passed them, to be fair, because if you know me, you know I'm awful at textiles and fashion. Another boarding pass from when I went to Rome. I keep so much stuff. I'm actually quite surprised I keep so much stuff. This is the ticket stub for when I went to the zoo in Rome. I don't know whether I've got anyone in Italy watching or anyone who lives in Rome or who's been to Rome, but your zoo is awful. It was so depressing and sad and filthy. When we went in, I was really depressed the entire way around because the animals just looked so sad. It just put us off zoos, to be fair. It wasn't a nice thing. I wouldn't recommend going. That's someone's will I've got in my memory box. Okay, so this is some feedback based on my BTEC when I did that. And my tutor's written something, so we'll see what it says. See what I was like at college. You have achieved 16 distinctions, Ant, and 2 merits. This equates to 300 UCAS points and DDD, which is excellent and very well deserved. Your work has become so refined over the past 2 years, and you always link practical work strongly to research, artist's practice, and properties of materials. Research journals are impressive and presentations have been excellent. I admire your dedication and commitment to resolution of ideas, which has on occasions frustrated you, but nonetheless you have remained true to your work and practice. There is so much more in this body of work that could be progressed further, as we have discussed. I feel that your future as an artist will lead you into sophisticated and challenging methods and materials, always engaging the brain with cerebral ideas. Good luck, Ant, and very well done. Our differences over the years have resulted into a debate of ideas. I hope you enjoy and thrive with future challenges. That's from my main college tutor at the time, and she says our differences over the years. We argued a lot, like had full-on screaming matches with each other, because I was quite difficult. I just used to get very frustrated at certain things, and I'm the kind of person who would bottle a lot of stuff up and then I would just explode. Yeah, we used to clash quite a lot, but I loved her really. She was great. She was actually a really great college tutor. She was so much fun. Let's move on. You're really starting to get to know us now. Oh my. Who did this? Was this? Oh, this was my mate. I can't even remember this. Oh, this is hilarious. She'll be watching as well. So my best mate made us this card and obviously put my face on someone else's body. That's what I would look like as a drag queen, and I think I look fantastic. Oh, that's hilarious. That should be framed. I need to put that somewhere. Tons and tons more birthday cards. Also, let me know if you think this is excessive and I just hold on to and keep a lot of stuff. But I thought and I think that a lot of people do this. A lot of people keep all their birthday cards and just all the stuff that means something to them. So I've got a little ticket there for when I went to New York. my plane ticket going from London to Newark. I wonder when this was though, because I've been to New York twice. I've got a CD. I dread to think what's on this CD. Hopefully it's not a whole movie. I don't have a DVD player though, so I can't play it. I don't know. I don't think I want to know what's on it, to be fair. Oh, 18th birthday cards. I wish I was still 18. Oh, this is my practical driving test appointment letter. And I did have 2 driving tests. I failed the first one and I passed on my second time. I failed the first time because I just made a complete arse, basically. I was doing really well up until a point where I was driving along and this van was coming on the other side of the road and wanted to indicate to go in, and for some reason I stopped and flashed him so he could come in, and I don't know why I did it for, but that's why I failed my test. And the instructor at the time even said to us, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I don't know." I panicked. But he was an absolute knob, the driving instructor too. Like, he made me feel really uncomfortable. The second time round that I took my driving test, I had a way more friendly instructor, and I'm pretty sure I even curbed the car at one point and I still passed. Oh, this is an old picture of Ant. Look at that baby me. I'm not sure how old I was. I must have been about 15, 16, I think. No, it was sooner than that. I think I was about 14. 14 or 15 maybe, I don't know. I used to think I was really ugly as a child, but I wasn't that ugly, I was quite cute. Oh, this one must have been from when I went the first time to New York, because I've got my brother's ticket and I've got my ticket. So not only do I keep my own memories, I keep other people's memories as well, just in case they ever want them back. Here's my letter saying that I passed my theory test. I do keep a lot of stuff. It's actually quite alarming. So this is a watch my granddad gave us, and it's a Monsanto watch, if that means anything to anyone. It's obviously not my style or anything like that, but it's sentimental value, so that's why it's in the box. Oh, I'm gonna cry. There's too many memories. Oh, I've got my little ticket from Manchester Pride in 2009, and it cost £17.50. Had a lot of fun at Manchester Pride. I've been a couple of times. More Manchester Pride tickets, which I went with 3 friends, and I've kept them tickets as well for them, just in case they ever wanted their memories. I don't know who got me this. It's like a little postcard, and it says, "To De Montfort and beyond, Tramp Boy." I don't know whether that's from someone called Tramp Boy, or whether someone is calling me Tramp Boy. So it looks like I've got a bottle of beer. It costs £3.95. I know why I bought this, because it's got the print on, and it's by Sir Peter Blake. And I actually met Sir Peter Blake when I was at DMU. He had an exhibition on, and I took a photo with him. I'll try and find the photo and I'll put it up, and I look like I'm sucking a lemon, because I just don't know what to do with my face when someone's taking a photo, so I was just like, and I don't know whether he's still alive. Maybe this might sell for some money. But we'll keep it and put it back in the box. I'm not going to drink it. Oh God. So I've got my school yearbook, which I don't think I'm in, because I absolutely hated school. I think I am in it, actually. I hated the majority of people at my school, to be fair. I didn't have a very good time. Oh, I am in it. I wrote in my yearbook, I put, "Hey, thanks to all my friends for making school more enjoyable. Good luck in the future, and kiss, kiss, kiss." I didn't really have many friends, to be fair. Good luck in the future. I didn't mean it. I didn't like any of yous. Well, there were a few I liked, but not many. And that's what I looked like at school. I was just very bland, very nondescript. Oh, this is depressing, isn't it? My autograph page. Not a single one. Yeah, and they've got photos from the prom, which I didn't go to because I didn't want to spend any more time with the people at my school than I had to. I think I went and got drunk on my own. I'm putting that away. That's just hideous. I just don't even want to think about school, if I'm honest. It's just awful memories. Oh, I got an achievement award. After great deliberation, we have decided that the award will go to Anthony Cramin, the reasons being that he is arguably one of the most determined students I have ever taught in my 13 years here. This determination could sometimes mean that Ant would not allow anything to get in his way, and if that was you, then my thoughts are with you. As Ant's tutor, we didn't always see eye to eye, which, though difficult at times, meant that he arrived at conclusions that were slick and conceptual art pieces, and I admittedly discovered that I wasn't always completely right. Since year one, Ant's work has developed into sophisticated art pieces, and his final show would have not looked out of place in a professional art gallery. Oh, that's really nice. I'm gonna get emotional. This is a t-shirt from when I went to the Bahamas. God, look how thin it was. Did I fit into that? Must have been very, very skinny. We did this Olympics thing on this beach. We didn't win. And I think there's a photo of me in a bikini for some reason. I might put it on, I might not. It depends how I feel. Yeah, that was an interesting time. I got very shit-faced, very drunk, lots of tequila, too much tequila. Now this might look like absolutely nothing, but my old dog, Ed, he passed away a few years ago. And he ended up having lung cancer, and he had to get put to sleep. So we took him to get put to sleep, obviously, at the vet. And I was there to hold his little paw in his hand and to say everything's going to be okay. And this was the little bandage that they left around his paw for when he got put to sleep. And I kept onto it. Why is that making us so upset for? It happened ages ago. And that's why you keep a memory box, because things mean a lot to you, you know? It was either on my birthday or after my birthday, like a day after my birthday, where we had to get him put to sleep. And I'd had him for like a lot of years. Yeah, he was just like my best friend and stuff, and it was really hard. It was a really sad time, actually. And it kind of bothers us when people don't get it and don't understand it, and they're like, oh, why are you getting so upset over a dog for? And it's like, because they're part of your family, you know? But I'm gonna move on because I'm gonna start crying. Oh, my birth certificate. That's where it was. Oh, there's a photo book. These are photos from when I went to New York, and also when I went to Disneyland as a young child in school. And there'll be no photos of me from when I went to New York because I was at the age where I absolutely hated getting my photo taken. I was so uncomfortable. I hated how I looked. So this is my old school planner, and as you can see, I was a very angsty little child, or an angsty teen. And yeah, I just scribbled all over this. My school doesn't actually exist anymore, it got knocked down. You'd have to get your parent to sign your book to say that you'd done your homework or whatever, and I used to just sign it myself. And my brother used to deface this as well, so he's put in here, don't know whether you can see that, but report to the school office for a tampon. I know that's my brother because that's his sense of humour. Like, just like, look at all the scribbles. I don't know whether kids are like this nowadays, but every single page is just scribbled with shit. I was obviously very broken-hearted on that week. So I've got my name tags here from when I used to work at Premier Inn, and I worked there for only about 6 months, I think. I think it was my first ever job. I was about 16. And yeah, I was a housekeeper. So I used to go around and clean the hotel rooms. I'd have to knock on the door. I'd be like, housekeeping! Housekeeping! And then you would do it 3 times, and then you were allowed to walk into the room. And there were many occasions where I walked in on someone and they were still in bed. Also, if there are any people who clean hotel rooms for a living, my heart does go out to you because it is such a hard job. It is really, really hard. Very stressful. Physically exhausting. I've got my 2009 Manchester Pride little wristband, and I tried to keep this on my wrist for as long as I possibly could, but work told me to take it off, and I was very upset. Another gig ticket from the O2 Academy when I went to see Years and Years. They were actually really good. I enjoyed them. An EasyJet ticket from when I went to Barcelona. Another passport photo, and just, I think that was when I was like really low at life. I think that was the New York time when I really didn't want my photo being taken, and I just hated how I looked. I really hated how I looked. And my ticket for going up the Empire State Building, which cost $14. So my ticket for the Metro Arena in Newcastle when I went to see the Scissor Sisters, and they were fantastic. I love the Scissor Sisters. I've got a Kylie ticket, but I never went to see Kylie. This must be my friends, because I definitely haven't seen Kylie Minogue, but I would love to see Kylie Minogue. I have a little stump from when I went to the Sex Museum in Amsterdam, and I can't actually remember going to Amsterdam. I did spend pretty much a week there, but I was stoned the entire time, so can't remember a thing. My freshers bracelet from when I was at uni. And I think that's pretty much all that's in my memory box. Apart from lots of private things that I'm not going to show you. And I know it's been a little bit of a different video. There's no crafts or creative things or anything like that. But I just thought it'd be quite fun. And you might have possibly learned a few things about us. Maybe it's for the worst, maybe it's for the better, I don't know. But if you don't have your own memory box or a keepsake box or anything, I would highly recommend just keeping stuff. I think it's really nice to go back and have a look on things and just reminisce and stuff. But since I've shared, let me know one of your favourite memories down in the comments. It could be a funny memory, a stupid memory, anything like that. But if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Bye!